Hey everybody, Mr. Eric Jenkins coming at you with a brand new video, and today is Mail Monday, the day that we go over all the cool things that I got in the mail, whether it be media-related items such as Blu-rays, DVDs, CDs, all that fun stuff. Also, sports cards, collectibles, and random gaming stuff as well. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. It does help my channel out. Leave a like down below. And also, thank you for the 100 subs. We are doing some cool videos on this channel for the 100 subs. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me since August. I started this channel in August, and I can't believe I've gotten, 100 subs since then. It's been pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into these sport cards first. That way, if anyone doesn't like sport cards, they can always bypass that stuff. And I'll leave a little kind of skip this part if you're not interested in sport cards. But without further ado, how do we do that? We do that by flip on over to the table where we have two packages that need to be opened. But I did open one because I was very excited about this. We've got a 2019 Topps Living Dansby Swanson. PSA graded a Gem Mint 10. Just a beautiful looking card. And the stimulus check just hit for me, and I did happen to snipe a very nice PSA 10 also 2018, sorry. Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie. So that is going to look amazing next to this Swanson. We've got two packages. As I bump the camera, we've got two packages. Sorry for the new setup is still kind of work in progress. Still working out the bugs, but black package usually means TimmyBreaks. Who's TimmyBreaks? TimmyBreaks is a good buddy of mine. Met him on YouTube and eBay. Signed up for one of his breaks and have been hooked ever since. Check his stuff out, eBay link and YouTube link in the description. Very, very inexpensive breaks, really great products, fun time. If you're interested in baseball and basketball breaks, definitely check them out. This was break 44. There's his info if you are a visual person. TNY172 for eBay and TimmyBreaks on YouTube. Also links, like I said, will be in the description. This was a 2021 Donruss break. I had one team. The Braves, of course, usually that's who I buy in for. We've got a Pache rated rookie, probably the best card out of the bunch. We've got another Acuna, John Smoltz, Freeman, Dale Murphy, Dansby Swanson. We've got an Ian Anderson, and then a Dale Murphy, low number to 75, fire emoji. Just straight fired, the flame emoji. Really, really cool. Really digging this card. I like the flame ones. I have a really cool card on its way for next Mail Monday, so it's also a Donruss 2021 flame emoji card, so be on the lookout for that. And one more package for cards. Hopefully you guys are liking the new kind of breakdown of this, because I do know I have some people that are like not interested in sports cards or like Pokemon cards. They like media and stuff like that, so hopefully you guys, just if you're not into cards, just skip on over to the end or where the timestamp is and check out the rest of the mail breaks. This is probably going to hit the camera. Oh, we did not. There we go. And inside we have another envelope, a manila envelope coming out right there. No info. Perfect. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got a 2015 Bowman Draft Dansby Swanson Gem Mint 10 from PSA. Yeah, I like Dansby Swanson cards. Very excited about this one. So this one is actually going to go right next to... I haven't put it away yet, which is actually good. Or maybe I did put it away. Nope, right here. I've got its brother, the Chrome Asia Refractor. PSA 9, so these are going to look very, very nice next to each other in the showcase. One of these days I will do a nice little showcase display for you guys that like Pokemon and sports cards, and just autograph cards in general. So that's going to do it for these sports cards here for Mail Monday. And without further ado, let's flipping back over to this side. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this kind of new setup. I ended up getting a new bar for the front-facing camera, because I do plan on doing some new things in the future. So be on the lookout for that kind of update video. I know I've been saying that, but I'm filming it tonight, so it hopefully will be out before April. Maybe it'll be for April 1st, who knows. So let's get into the first pickup, which is a stack of games from GameStop. And we've got two titles. Both are in the same universe. We've got the Bigs Volume 2 and the Bigs Volume 1. I don't know why I did it that way, but we've got both copies of the Bigs for the Xbox 360. Loved the Bigs 1 growing up. Probably one of my favorite arcade-style baseball games next to Slugfest. Very reminiscent of Slugfest, except you can't like punch people out, but you can still like hit bombs and like pitch like 125 mile an hour like fastballs. And there's a game mode in this one called Home Run Derby Pinball. Very, very interesting, where you're kind of in Times Square and you just like hit the ball and like play Home Run Derby, and you have to like hit things and like kind of keep the ball alive by hitting certain targets. Weird flex, but okay. Ranked top 10 back in the day on the Xbox 360 leaderboards for this game. So that's like one of my like weird crowning achievements for like me gaming was, hey girl, you ever play the Bigs? Oh, bye, I'll see you later. Okay. Anyway, didn't really play the Bigs 2 that much. My buddies had this on the PS3, and then the show came out, and that rest was history, so we kind of really play too much of the Bigs 2, but now I'm able to play it because I have a 360 to play it on. And then saw this at GameStop go on sale numerous times. Slept on the deal of the day sale for some odd reason. I mean, I guess it's okay. But I had a coupon for this. This is Street Power Soccer for the PS4. This reminds me of a game I used to play way back in the day. It was just why I bought the game, called Freestyle, which was a street hoops style soccer game, like arcade style soccer game. Blockbuster exclusive, so you can only get it at Blockbuster. For the OG Xbox, and I think GameCube, maybe PS2, but I know that era of gaming. And it was kind of cool. I remember I bought a copy for like $4 or $5 when it was like previously owned or whatever, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. This game kind of looks like this, but adds like the juggling factor in it to it. So there's like a juggling mini game. I don't know. Maybe this might be a Tales from the Bargain Bin. Who knows? Speaking of Tales from the Bargain Bin, we have 3 classics coming at you real quick. Another 360 baseball game, Backyard Sports Sandlot Sluggers. Got that Xbox 360 family game sticker of approval. Now, one thing that I'm intrigued about, not the fact that there's new multiplayer minigames, non-stop action or supercharged power-ups. It says, play as your favorite Backyard Sports character. But I'm looking at these guys. I don't see no Keisha Phillips. I don't see no Kenny Kawaguchi. I don't see no Pete Wheeler. I don't see no Pablo Sanchez. I think they're playing me. They're all hyped on nostalgia. They're getting me. They're coming after me. Atari Games is coming after me. Maybe I'll just get an older copy of Backyard Baseball 2001, when the first one had the kids as professional players, and play that. Who knows? Let's try it out. But I'm going to give it a whirl. We're getting into baseball season, so I'm getting kind of hyped up on baseball games. This game, I, for some reason, didn't have in my collection, but it's Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter. Back in the day, would always see this at Movie Gallery in particular. Looks like a mediocre first-person shooter. But one thing that is very alarming to me, and kind of cool, is it's featuring Henry Rollins as the voice of Mace Griffin. So my boy from Black Flag decides to voice Mace Griffin the Bounty Hunter. That's pretty freaking rad. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool to try out. Hell yeah, Henry Rollins. And last but not least, someone who's also very punk rock, we have VIP featuring Pamela Anderson for the PS1. I know this game is awful. You know it, I know it. The company that put this game out, Ubisoft, knows it's also awful. So, Ubisoft put this out? Holy crap. Yeah, anyway, this was, these were 3 for $10, or $5 a piece, so buy 2, get 1 free. Cannot complain about that. So, let's get into the media portion of this pickup. It's got some crazy stuff up in here, up in here. This is a pickup from Hamilton Books, which is a company that sells a lot of books, media, stuff like that online. HamiltonBooks.com if you're interested. They do a lot of out-of-print stuff and like obscure publishers like Arrow Video, Mill Creek, Shout Factory, Blue Underground, stuff like that. So if you're into like exploitation films and like kind of cheesy movies, definitely check them out. And their Arrow selection is like pretty solid. It rotates a lot, and you can get some stuff that's usually like $35-40 either on eBay, Amazon, or on like Newberry Comics. I know like in my hometown sells Arrow stuff, and it's usually like outrageous. But you can get it like a lot cheaper, as you'll see in one of these pickup videos. So without further ado, let's get into it with a classic, a cult classic. I've never seen it, but it looks freaking cool. We have Pre-Hysteria, put out by Full Moon. This is the Blu-ray DVD combo. Looks like JTT on the front. Jonathan Taylor Thomas getting a little Tool Time action. Came out right before Jurassic Park, and it's very interesting. It's a comedy fantasy film about a person that goes into a tomb and finds dinosaur eggs, from what it looks like, and the family dog ends up taking the cooler from the guy and dumps it in their truck. The family finds it, and then the hatching begins, and they are raising little dinosaurs. And I'm going to put a clip somewhere in the corners of how crazy the animation is. It's very rudimentary, especially knowing that Jurassic Park is going to be coming out in the next year. But I remember seeing this out and about, like at rental stores and stuff like that, and I was like, Mom, let's get that. And then my brother's like, no, dude, freaking Jurassic Park. So, kind of excited to see that, but it's going to be one of those like weird movie nights. Speaking of Arrow, we have a film I've never heard of, but I couldn't pass up the price. We have Pray for Death, a Sho Kosugi film. This is an Arrow production, Blu-ray release, $4.95 for an Arrow release. So I could not pass that up, even if the film is crappy. I looked up the trailer of it. It looks pretty interesting. It's a typical double feature grindhouse martial arts film, but it's about a guy named Akira and his family get kind of like pushed out of their village, and they try and start a new life in New York. And there's a gang of thieves that come against them, and they're starting trouble against the family. But little do they know that Akira is a little badass ninja man. So gonna check this out. Kind of excited. If $5 freaking Arrow title. You can't beat that. This is a Mill Creek release, something I didn't have, weirdly enough, which is Happy Birthday to Me. I only have this on VHS, so now I've got a Blu-ray copy, and I do love the Mill Creek kind of throwback slipcover with the VHS and the spine right there. The actual cover of this release looks like this, but this is really inexpensive too. I think this was less than $10, where normally, like, if you were to catch a copy on DVD, you're looking at like $20. So thank you, Mill Creek, for putting that out. One film that I started to watch, it's just as long as the Schneider cut. This is AGFA, which is the American Genre Film Academy, or Archive, sorry, and Something Weird put out the Scare Film Archives Volume 1 Drug Stories. I'm a sucker for PSAs. I'm a sucker for like very outdated media, especially like training videos, like working around the house stuff. That's why like Mystery Science Theater is like one of my favorite things to watch, like when I'm like super bored. Like they're like super cuts of like old commercials, and like old training videos are like top notch. So this is nothing but drug public service announcements, like your back to school specials, your health class videos, your church group videos. This is what they would play on like Super 8 or 35mm film. So it's super terrible quality, even though it's been restored. It's grainy, it's outdated. There's they're not boomers, they're the greatest generation, and they're talking about hippies and LSD and the dangers of drunk driving, and like the acting is terrible, but very, very like squeamishly enjoyable. Like it's not fun to laugh at, drug abuse, because I know people that have passed from it, but like the way they go about this and the scare tactics they use is hilarious. A quick example is they talk about a 17-year-old girl who starts to feel adult and starts drinking alcohol and taking prescription pills. Okay? They skip over the prescription pills and alcohol portion and they go right into marijuana. And they're like, marijuana is this, and they list all the bad things about it, but it's like, but it's okay to take tranquilizers and drink alcohol and dance, but marijuana will lead to LSD, which will lead to death. That's like kind of how it is. So I'm about 2/3 of the way through this, and I have to say some of the people I think are on drugs when they were making this. But this is 288 minutes long. Very lengthy, and there is a like mixtape cut version of this, which is, you know, a little more palatable from what I'm understanding. But I'm just going in and just shooting and watching all of them. It's been a pretty interesting couple of evenings. But this is a very interesting pickup. I'm gonna see if they do anything, if something weird does any other things. I'm gonna have to check them out. And speaking of weird, our final pickup, and this is something I've been wanting for a while. Never really got into this gentleman, this director, before. I've watched a couple of his films, his 70s productions, but never got into his back catalog. But this is the man, the myth, the legend. We have the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast Arrow box set. 3 DVD sets, 14 discs, or 7 discs altogether, 14 films. The films include his first, which is Blood Feast and Scum of the Earth, 2000 Maniacs, The Moonshine Mountain, Color Me Blood Red, Something Weird, The Gruesome Twosome, Taste of Blood, She Devils on Wheels, Just for the Hell of It, How to Make a Doll, The Wizard of Gore, which that's one that I did pick up a while back on Arrow, and it was enjoyable. This Stuff Will Kill Ya and The Gorgo Girls, which is another one that I picked up. Those were like his kind of 2 popular ones. But his stuff is very, very over-the-top gory. It's kind of like, it's so bad it's good films. This isn't the big box set that I was kind of hoping it was. There is a cereal box version of this, which is very, very cool. It's a very limited version of this box set. But regardless, $50 for 14 of his films is a steal. Knowing that I think like Gorgo Girls and goes for like $15-20 just by itself from Arrow. And, you know, this is really, really cool. And they have a lot of different, you know, extras that are attached to it. So if you're a big fan of like obscure horror, splatter horror, bad it's good, exploitation stuff, definitely check this out. It was like $50 if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But that's going to do it for this episode of Mail Monday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment about what your favorite thing that I picked up was, and let me know down below as well your favorite horror film. Mine, personally, is Night of the Living Dead from 1968 from George Romero, one of my favorite films of all time. But let me know down below. I want to hear what your favorite horror film is. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We just broke the 100. We are pushing towards 200 and going forward from that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.